All right, how have the recent wildfires affected our local real estate market? Real estate agent Louie Ortiz, our buddies here, tell us the latest. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Susan. Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
So a lot of folks, gosh, I think it was like 1,100 lots were totally destroyed. And so a lot of, 1,000 people lost their homes. Then a lot of other people, there was a lot of damage to rental homes. So there's a lot to talk about as far as where they go from here, and how is that affecting the market? I mean, are these folks to the point where they're actually looking for new homes to purchase yet?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think that here the market has really, with all the fires and all the tragedy, I think that there was just a big pause in the real estate market. Everybody was just watching all this tragedy and kind of in shock. But now that things have settled down a little bit, what I've seen is there's been a tremendous amount of increase in rental activity around the affected fire areas.
Okay.
But sale prices really have not really changed from the economic conditions that are going on. It's still pretty much the same.
I would figure that they're not quite to that point, if they wanted to. And a lot of people, we've done stories. Obviously, we've been doing stories since, day one. And then the whole next part is rebuilding. A lot of people are clearing their entire lots and rebuilding. Will that affect the market at all?
A little bit.
Kind of a new home thing?
A little bit. I think people now that lost their homes are really trying to make the decision if they want to rebuild their homes or perhaps upgrade or go to something else. Typically, a lot of the insurance money is just to rebuild, and so they're trying to make those decisions. And some people are just renting and kind of waiting to see what happens with the market.
Now, typically, we talk about the holidays. It is Thanksgiving week already. I cannot believe it. But Thanksgiving and Christmas right around the corner. This is typically a dead time, isn't it?
Surprisingly, it is typically slow, but my personal experience is I've seen a lot of activity recently. I think a lot of people that maybe had transactions going on, the fires kind of put everything on pause, and now those people are back in the market. So myself and some other realtors that I know have been very busy recently. Okay,
let's talk about the fact that it's coming up on the new year.
Yep.
A lot of people, a lot of us trying to sell homes.
Yes.
And it's really, really difficult.
Yes.
What's your prediction? I mean, you're obviously going to say that we hope that that it bounces back, but are we going to be able to bounce back in the spring?
We will be able to see a bounce back, but I think that it's going to take a little bit more time. Most of the economists are predicting the market to stay fairly flat through 2008.
Wow.
Our foreclosure rates are still continuing to go up, and that's really affecting home values. And there's a lot of activity on people that price their homes well and get really aggressive marketing, but it is tough out there. For buyers, it's still a great time to purchase. Interest rates are still very low, and they're continuing to get low. And I would encourage buyers to really start looking at some of those properties out there.
It is definitely still a buyer's market.
Yes, absolutely.
You were saying market and pitch your home. Any quick tips for people trying to get rid of their homes at this point? I mean, besides lowering the price and lowering the price?
Well, no, there are some things that you can do. One of the best things to do is to get a very aggressive marketing strategy. Most home buyers are looking on the internet to purchase homes, so having a marketing plan that focuses on the internet, making sure that your home looks as good as it can.
Like
maybe
good pictures on the internet?
Oh, pictures are so important. If you don't have photographs, that's really bad. People don't like to see it if there's not pictures. But then putting your home in good condition, looking at your curb appeal, paint, maybe staging your home and making it look appealing to buyers. Those are all things that really help.
Staging it.
Sure.
Which I know one of those things is like declutter, right? So
yes.
What else do you do to stage it? Bake cookies and have the nice smell of,
Sure, those are all things that work. But basically decluttering, making it look very neutral. A lot of people put, very elaborate furnishings, and sometimes that doesn't appeal to all buyers. So it's really important to make it neutral so that a lot of people really like it. Another thing that I've seen recently that's kind of new in the industry is what's called virtual staging. And that's basically a way of photographing a home and then using the computer to digitize and put furniture just to give buyers kind of another look of without actually physically having to go through the expense of doing it. So
So you could say your furniture would look like this here in our home or something.
Yeah.
Because you can't really picture it when you walk in with someone else's furniture.
Yeah, you can have a designer put different wall coverings and things.
You need to have an edge now because there's so many homes out there that are up,
Yeah, pricing your home very aggressively is by far the most important thing. The price is king, basically, and people that are looking right there are looking for value, and they're getting it because of the foreclosures and the short sales that are in the market right now.
Still a lot of foreclosures and short sales?
There's a tremendous amount. In fact, one of the statistics is we had a 140% increase from quarter to quarter in foreclosures. Now, that sounds like a big number. Really, it was 2,300 from the third quarter to 5,600 now, so it's really not that large, but that statistic is pretty high.
And that obviously affects the rental market, because if you lose your house, you got to live somewhere.
Absolutely.
And you can't buy another house.
Yeah, rental market's very good. I've seen a lot of activity, especially in the areas around the fires, but still overall the rental market is very good right now.
Plus downtown, there are places going up all over the place.
Lots of new condos.
Huge condos.
Some, beautiful places there, though. Really beautiful prices. I've also seen a lot of price declines in those downtown condo areas as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thanks, Louie.
So, yeah, thanks.
A little update. Excellent. All right, appreciate it. Nice to see you. 2 local universities.